nationally as financial on radio shows. He has his own radio show. He's guest speaker on radio shows. He wrote periodicals. He's done large accounts for large institutions like Wente Wineries, Oakland A's, San Francisco Giants, just a few big names. But totally cares that people totally understand their future and what life looks like. Not 5 years ago, but 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Income for life, things like that. So I'm going to let Lance take over here, and I appreciate you being here. We're filming this for national training. Welcome, Lance Mays.
Thank you for taking time out of your day to come and spend it with us and try to educate yourself a little bit in a new and different arena. The purpose of this is, again, to try to educate a lot of different segments of the population, and this will be used in other training classes across the U.S. as well. But how many times have you heard the old line, house rich, cash poor? A lot of people have. Unfortunately, now is house poor as well, a lot of people, right? So there's a lot of changes that have happened in the world today. It is a world that has gone upside down. And what we're trying to do is educate people in being able to take advantage of the laws the way they are written for the benefit of our clients, not the expense of. Ways for them to be able to start being a little more proactive in their retirement, being a little more proactive in making sure that they have the kind of lifestyle they want, that they want their golden years to be golden instead of tarnished. And that's a little bit about what this segment we're going to chat about today is one of the tools that is out there for so many people, which is their home. It's a largely appreciated asset in most cases. But then again, 45% of the people that retire nowadays still have a mortgage on their home. And if you're on a fixed income, and you're going to be living longer than ever before, which is the reality in the world, isn't it? Right now, there's over 1.2 million people in the United States over the age of 100. Every morning, when you watch Good Morning America, you see Willard Scott on there, and the Smucker's parade of seniors. That list gets longer and longer and longer, year after year after year. What a lot of people aren't realizing is that if we started work seriously between the ages of 25 and 30, and then really started our career at age 30, and we plan, or other people have planned to retire at age 65, if we're going to live to 80, 85, 90, 95 or more years, we literally could be in retirement as long as we actually worked. And what are we going to do to make sure we have the income to provide the kind of lifestyle that we want when we choose to retire? So, American Senior Funding is the company that I'm associated with here. We've been specializing in senior solutions for over 10 years. The Northern California branch is right here we are. And again, thank you for coming. You're welcome to pop by any time. We have been doing financial planning, the company overall, since 1990. I myself have been individual financial planner for over 25 years in a lot of different areas, everything from qualified to non-qualified, to structured programs, to corporate programs, to individual programs for pre- and post-retirement. So needless to say, we've got a lot of experience in this area in all areas. But for reverse mortgages, we started this company in 2003, so again, this is our 6th year. We've completed over 1,600 reverse mortgages in California alone. That's a lot. Do you agree? So a little bit of experience there as well. We're licensed and bonded in over 19 states, and the main office for American Senior Funding is located in Mission Valley, California. Now, the principals were all FHA approved lenders. The members of the National Reverse Mortgage Association, accredited business, the supervising brokers are members, of course, the National Ethics Bureau and senior market professionals, and most of them are also members of certified senior advisors. So focused to be senior friendly, making sure that seniors understand the options that are available to them to be able to have the kind of golden years they want. First question, though, is, ladies and gentlemen, is the reverse mortgage right for you? I don't know. But at least we're here to try to educate you a little bit and help you understand some of the realities of what it possibly could do for some people. And we're going to cover a couple of different things as we go along. But when you consider it, these are the things you should know. Most of us wish to be able to reach retirement, have a comfortable life, be able to play golf or garden or go visit the grandkids and whatever. So what is it, what most people really want? In retirement, we usually want some sort of security, knowing that we're going to be able to have the kind of lifestyle we want. Is that correct? And being comfortable would be important too. Comfortable with the amount of money that's coming in, and comfortable to make sure that you're going to be able to have the nutritional needs and medical needs met. And the other concern that a lot of seniors I've talked with over the years is, they don't want to be a burden to the family. No one grows old and says, you know what, I want to move in with the kids, I want them to take care of me and feed me and do everything and support me when I get older. Now, in the older days, that's kind of the commonplace thing, but nowadays, that's not really the thing that most people want to do. They want to have independence and live on their own and not be a burden to anybody. So independence is a key factor for seniors. In a survey nationwide, independence and being able to live under their own terms was one of the #1 answers. Desire to stay in their own home. Nobody, again, grows up wanting to go to a nursing home or a care facility, do they? Would you? So being able to be independent on your own means and not be a burden to anybody is of paramount importance. And some people think, I'd like to be able to make sure I can leave my home to the children, or create a legacy for the family to be able to have years down the road after I'm gone. Do you agree these are pretty much most people think about when they enter retirement or they're in retirement that way? Key word here, though, is want. That's what we all want. Then we have to think about what the real concerns are. Well, losing your home. If you have a mortgage and your fixed income drops, or you've lost a significant portion of your portfolio and you're still making mortgage payments, and you're not able to make that mortgage payment, what's the potential to happen? What if you had to sell your home? How many people want to sell their home right now in this market? You don't. So that's a possible real concern. This is the #1 concern of seniors in America today. Outliving their money. Again, we talked about the people all living older and older and older. That is one of the biggest concerns, is outliving their money. We actually have stories of this one guy, it's a newspaper article, he outlived his life savings twice. He's 107, still going strong. Got kicked out of his home, couldn't afford it. Got kicked out of the nursing home, couldn't afford it, and they took up a big collection for him to be able to live. He's still 107 and going strong. He's outlived his savings, life savings, twice. So outliving your money to maintain the quality of life is something that's on a lot of people's minds. And again, the concern, they'd like to be able to leave legacy to children. We're going to cover more about that in a little bit. And then not really wanting to be a burden to the children, but if there's no one else to take care of you, who will? Well, what if you don't have children? Or children nearby?
What was it like you?
Having proper health care is also very important. One of the things that happens to be the first items that people skip when they don't have money to maintain is proper health care. I feel good enough. I don't have to go to the doctor for that regular checkup. I don't have to go do this for that regular thing. They also start reducing the quality of food that they eat. Now, I've heard stories, and maybe you've heard it before too, about the seniors that were at the grocery store and buying cat food because they didn't even have a cat. You've heard the story. Proper nutrition is one of the things that starts to go out the window when income reduces. So expenses that increase on a fixed income. If you're at a Social Security check right now, you're set at that amount, especially for the next 3 years, right? What happened? Government's not going to give you the cost of living adjustment of 5% for the next 3 years. But yet, they gave themselves all raises and increase your Medicare contributions. How's that make you feel? So expenses, we know, just like taxes, always do what? So those are concerns. Well, what a lot of people are looking for in their golden years would be hopefully to be able to have a golden years. Go take a vacation, go do a cruise, visit the kids at Christmas, or fly the kids out to see you. Have a new car. That was my mom's big thing when she retired. She goes, I want a new Cadillac. I've always wanted one my whole life. She wanted a Cadillac. Not that she needed, she drives 10 miles a year, but it's just the fact of having a new car. She wanted a new car. Maybe someone want to buy a motorhome, see the world. They did that actually. They bought a motorhome and watched the leaves change all up and down the coast. It was great. Maybe remodel the house. You know what? You convert that room the kids are in into your sewing room or whatever the case may be that way. Or you want to do something to the house or move into a different house. Remodel the home. Maybe having a large enough cash reserve for unexpected expenses. Never know what they're going to be. But it always sometimes seems to be a little bit too much month left at the end of the money, isn't there? Or what? Well, there's a lot of different things. That's why they made different flavored lollipops. Everybody's needs, tastes, and desires and wants are different. What's yours? And how are you going to be able to afford that and fund that when you retire? Well, some people do find retirement a little difficult. You can't pick up the newspaper without seeing it, or news stories, right? What's the number one thing in the news right now? Healthcare. Okay? Reduced income to live on. Well, with CDs, which used to be the senior's favorite, used to pay 5-6%, now paying 1%. By the time you get a 1099, you're paying the bank to keep your money. Increasing medical costs. That happens year after year after year. Again, that's one of the big concerns right now. If we happen to go on the privatized basis. Reduce Social Security benefits of the spouse. Now this is one that a lot of people don't think about when they look for retirement planning. Is that when the one spouse passes away, and they've both been on Social Security, so does one of the Social Security. The leftover spouse gets the higher of the two. Now, just because there's only one person, does that really mean the expenses have reduced by 50%?
No.
They have. Reduced pension plans. Look what happened to Delta, United. Look what they just tried to do to the big three. Automakers. Get rid of the pension programs. There's really not a pension plan out there unless you work for the government, right? Increasing taxes on your home, that just keeps going up. Home repairs keep going up. And unexpected expenses that way. The new water heater, the new roof, there's some dry rot on the porch. We need to repaint the thing. We need to get siding, we need to do the gutters. All these unexpected expenses. Where's that money going to come from? Your own pocket. These are things that happen over time. Are we planning for them? Do we have money for it? It could cause, if you had to spend money on that, you might not have money for these other things. But they're all important. So typical ways to deal with it? Well, let's put it on that credit card. Which, by the way, have you noticed that the minimum credit card rates are all going up to about 28%? Even if you had great credit? Is it just me, or do anybody else find it ironic that one of the biggest financial institutions who has credit cards just went bankrupt, Citibank?
Yeah.
Cash out your retirement fund for those things, or refund.